Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Florida Wildlife with me, Alex. Today I want to talk about palm trees. Palm trees are some of the most iconic trees in our landscape. Here in Florida, so much so, our state tree is a palm tree, the sable palm. Palm trees can be difficult to identify because of their various different species and their vast differences. There are a lot of similarities with palm trees as well, and being able to identify palms and their deficiencies and diseases can help lead to a better landscape. For instance, this is frizzletop, a common deficiency caused by manganese deficiency in foxtail palms and queen palms. Palm trees are different than other woody trees. They are monocots, which is short for monocotyledon. Monocotyledon refers to the single seed leaf. After the seed germinates, it only produces one seed leaf. Monocots lack in lateral bud growth or lateral growth in general. You will never see a monocot or a palm tree with a large root flare such as this. Nor will you see the vast branching arrangement of this oak tree and a palm tree. The lack of lateral growth is what allowed this tree to survive while being constricted by this laurel oak tree. Palm trees are also hosts for other plants such as these ferns, birds, small mammals, and insects. This is a thatch palm. The thatch can be used in various different ways, such as braiding rope. When all the individual fibers from the thatch on the palm tree are woven together and braided, the fibers actually become quite strong and make a good source of rope. Palm trees are edible as well. Certain species such as this pindo palm produce fruits, aka jelly palm, and the heart of sable palm is called swamp cabbage. Boiling sable palm tree hearts makes it more palatable and easier to digest. Palm trees also produce coconuts, and coconuts are an important source of fiber, water, and protein, and used in many dishes throughout the world. The lack of taper in palm trees or widening at the base makes them a good candidate for tiki poles, and many island tribes would carve tiki poles out of palm trees. Speaking of islands, there is an island in Nova Scotia called Oak Island. Oak Island was discovered to have treasure on it when a group of young men set sail to Oak Island and found an oak tree with a depression in the ground. Thinking, what was the depression? Perhaps buried treasure? Pirate treasure? They started to excavate, soon finding wooden planks at every 10-foot interval, each interval more excited than the last, closer to the treasure. At the 90-foot mark, they found a stone. The stone had engravings on it. The engravings were finally translated to say, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. The men then continued their excavations, breaking an ancient airlock and flood tunnels, only to go home and come back the next day and find their tunnel flooded. They set off a series of booby traps that were lined with coconut fiber. Buried treasure, 130 feet down, protected by booby traps lined with coconut fiber. To think, in the 1600s, when this supposed treasure was placed in Nova Scotia, they relied on palm trees, much like many things do today, including us. We must have an understanding of palm trees in order to preserve them and their overall beauty. This is a thatch palm that has undergone a manganese deficiency. Manganese is a nutrient that is absorbed through the root system. If you see a palm tree that you suspect has a manganese deficiency, I recommend a soil analysis. Soil analysis will determine the soil's pH and the available nutrients. Soils in the wrong pH range will not have the available nutrients even if they're in the soil, because plants can't uptake certain nutrients in different pH ranges. The nutrients become locked in the soil. and aren't available to the root system. This is also reminiscent of frost damage. Frost damage can inhibit the uptake of manganese. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. God bless.